everyone, so welcome to this week's Plan With Me video, and in case you guys missed last week's video, this is the spread. Like I said in my last video, this one's kind of like a bit more brighter than what I typically do, but I think this is still one of my favorites so far, and let's get started on this week's spread. So for this week I did yet again some more pastel pink and blues. I don't care, these are just my favorite colors to use and I just think they're the prettiest. So I did some kind of like a French Parisian inspired kind of sticker kit, so let's get started. So even though I'm a little bit early, I guess, for this week's topic, I just wanted to talk about some of my favorite Halloween movies. I know it's still September, it's not even October yet, but I just love Halloween so much and it's been on my mind quite a bit recently just because, like I said, I've been working on some Halloween tutorials and things like that. So I came up with a list of my favorite Halloween movies. Some of them are not really a true like Halloween movie, but rather I don't know, either guess maybe like a scarier movie or a more suspenseful movie, or you know, or maybe even just something that I like to watch around like Halloween or fall. So I came up with like 30 or so of my favorite Halloween movies, and I thought I would like share them with you guys and talk about them, and you guys can totally leave me your favorite Halloween movies because I love them. So the only, I guess, like a little disclaimer I have about my movie list is that I'm not much of a horror film kind of person. I don't really love, I guess, scary movies per se. I don't really mind if they're like a little bit creepy, but as far as like jump scare horror movies, I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest. And one thing I added to my stickers this week that I don't usually do is I ended up doing these like little day covers, just because I had extra space left over because I needed to do 2 sheets for this one. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll do these, I guess, every time, but I thought they were kind of like cute little things to add on that I don't, I guess, normally do. So starting off with the very first movie, I kind of went in order of like when they were released, but not completely. They're kind of grouped more of like, I guess, similar, so it's somewhat by when they were released. So the first movie I have is Rocky Horror Picture Show, and again, this one's not really like a true like Halloween movie, but it's definitely one that like gets played a lot during Halloween, and it came out in 1975, and this is one of those really bizarre movies. It is weird, but it's just one of those things that it's like, it just feels like Halloween to me, and everyone loves, you know, the music from it, you know, the time warp. That one is like iconic. It's one of those really weird movies, and I see how like a lot of people wouldn't like it, but it's just like a funny musical. So the next one I have is one of my favorite, not necessarily one of my favorite movies, but just it's one of my favorite board games, and that is Clue. I think I've talked about that before. I love board games, and Clue is my absolute favorite one. And so the movie Clue came out in 1985, and that one is really good as well. It's actually really cool because it actually had, I think, like 3 alternate endings, and of course it's like based on, you know, like the board game Clue and all the characters. And what I love about it is that they didn't really do, I guess, like when it came to like costumes and stuff like that, they didn't do super obvious like costume designs. Like Miss Scarlet isn't wearing red or anything, but I really like that one. It has Tim Curry. He was also in Rocky Horror Picture Show. Again, not really a Halloween movie, but just kind of one of those movies that kind of gets me in the Halloween spirit. The next movie from 1986 is Little Shop of Horrors. Again, not really like a truly Halloween movie, but just one of those movies that gets you in the Halloween mood. I like that one so much. I love the music to it. It's a good one. And then for like a real, much more Halloween themed movie, Beetlejuice. That one came out in 88 or so. That one's a really good one. I love Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton, I think, played Beetlejuice. He did a really good job. And of course Winona Ryder's in it, and she is Lydia Dietz. She's the spooky kind of, you know, weird girl. I thought about doing a Halloween costume based on her, but I don't know, it's kind of been done a lot, and even though I haven't mentioned this yet, kind of my theme for my Halloween videos this year was going to be kind of like blonde, either blonde characters or, you know, something like that. Although not all my characters are like really blonde. You guys will see the videos when they come out, but I kind of wanted to do, I don't know, it'll make more sense whenever my videos come out. Oh my gosh, I have like been talking for so long and I haven't even gotten through like any of my movies. Okay, so the next one is, again, another movie, not really Halloween, but it's definitely a creepier one. Again, another Winona Ryder movie, and it's called actually it's just called Heathers. And that one came out, I think, 1988 as well, maybe 1989, I don't know. That's a really spooky one as well. She basically there's a group of girls and they're all named Heather, and then there is Winona Ryder's character, and she kind of like becomes friends with this clique group of popular girls, and they all end up like dying, and Winona Ryder, I think she ends up like killing them all or something, but she can like copy anyone's handwriting perfectly, so she like makes fake suicide notes for it. So that one's a little bit more of a creepy movie. And again, another not really Halloween movie, but just one I really love. Again, another one on the kind of creepier side is The Virgin Suicides. That one came out, I think, like 1999 maybe? But that one's also a good one. It's, again, deals with like death and suicide and stuff, so it's, you know, warning. But it's a really good movie. Basically, it's about a family of, I think it's 5 sisters, and they all kind of like have a suicide pact together. I don't know if they like officially had like a suicide pact. It's kind of a deep and dark topic, but basically all of them end up killing themselves, and it's a dark movie. Again, not really suited for children. So the next 3 that I have are all from the same like I guess genre, or not genre, but, you know, universe, and it's the Addams Family. So first is the Addams Family. That one came out in 1991. Then there's the Addams Family Values, and that one came out the year I was born, 1993. And then they also did like a 3rd one, but they did a whole new cast, and that one came out, I think, like 98 or 99 or something. I didn't like that one really. I loved the first 2 because obviously that was just like the iconic one, you know, that I remember. And then of course there's like, you know, the TV show, the original TV show from like the 60s or so. Maybe it was like the 50s, I don't know. I'm not positive on that one. Oh, I forgot to do the little quote box. This one is a quote from Lolita. I love that book, and it is, and the rest is Rust and Stardust. So that one can go right here. So yeah, I loved the first 2 Addams Family movies. I didn't really care for that 3rd one, the family reunion one. That one just wasn't one I really liked. My next movie is from 1995, and that is Casper. Again, I'm a huge fan of like Christina Ricci. I love a lot of the movies she was in. So Casper, one of my all-time favorites. That's like a staple, like a Halloween movie, and that one is just really good. Tower of Terror, that one was 1997. That one was also a really good one. I just love a lot of those like old vintage, not vintage, but like just like 90s and 80s. Like that was a good time for movies. So now I'm gonna do my movie stickers, or not movie, TV shows real quick while I got my next episode app. That way I can like actually keep track of stuff. So let's see, 2 on Sunday. Then I have, let's see, 2 on Monday. I guess I can talk while I'm doing this. Another Christina Ricci movie, 1997, or no, 1999, and Sleepy Hollow. That one is a good one. That one was crooked. Oh well. Then basically any of the Goosebumps movies, with like the exception of like the new ones or whatever. I didn't really care for those too much, but Goosebumps, I loved that. Are You Afraid of the Dark? That was such a big TV show when I was growing up, and it really honestly scared me so much when I was little. One TV show for Tuesday, then I have 2 on Wednesday. I'm using like all of my TV stickers this time. And then let's see, I think that's it, just 2 on Wednesday. Another really good movie that I really liked whenever I was growing up came out in 2001, and it's Donnie Darko. That one's another one of those like kind of weird, like, not gonna lie, it's kind of like of a mindfuck of a movie almost. I definitely didn't understand it until I watched it through like 3 times, but it was a really good movie. They also did a sequel of that one in 2009 called, I think it was called S. Darko, and it's like, basically it like follows the sister, the little sister, what was her name? Was it Stephanie or Samantha? I don't remember. But that one, I didn't really love S. Darko, but I mean, I didn't hate it either. And then another Halloween movie, or I guess not a true Halloween movie, but this one creeped me out so much. It came out in 2002, and it was called Ghost Ship, and it had the actress Emily Browning in it. I love her so much. She's another one of those actresses that I really like. She's Australian. But Ghost Ship, that one was so creepy. So it's basically the ship, like an ocean liner that is essentially like abandoned in the middle of the ocean. And I think, if memory serves me right, I think that it's that a group of people like go to explore the ship and stuff, and it ends up, you know, being haunted and stuff. And that one is another really gory movie. It has like a really freaky scene in it that freaks me out every time I see it. I don't want to give it away in case you guys ever want to watch these movies, but it's a really good one. Again, not really suitable for children. Another cult classic werewolf movie that I really loved that came out in 2000 was called Ginger Snaps. That one I so love. It's a little bit more of like a thriller than like a horror movie, but it's a good one. I really liked it. They did a sequel, which I kind of think I almost like the sequel more, and that one was called Ginger Snaps Unleashed. That one follows like the sister's perspective and stuff. And then they did a third movie, but it was like a prequel. That one I hated. It was like so boring. Don't even bother watching it, to be honest. Like, I think that one was released like right after they released the second one, and it was like a straight to like VHS or something, or DVD maybe. I don't know. It came out in 2004. Oh my god, I still have such a long list and I'm running out of time. Okay, so let's see, what else do I need to put on here? So the next ones are kind of like Tim Burton movies. I like Tim Burton a lot too. Nightmare Before Christmas, that one came out in 1993. That one was a really good one. That's like another one of those like staple Halloween movies. Corpse Bride, that one came out in 2005. I love Corpse Bride. Sweeney Todd came out in 2007. That one was a really good one too, although like now it kind of has like a bitter taste in my mouth with like the whole like Johnny Depp stuff. But either way, great movie. Let's see what else. Frankenweenie, that one came out 2012. I remember I went and saw that like the day after my birthday. That one was really good. That was like a remake of one that Tim Burton had done a long time ago. And then I have a couple like kid-friendly Halloween movies. Some of these were my absolute favorites. 1993, I feel like that was such a staple year for Halloween movies, and I can't believe I just skipped over one. It was like the very first one on my list. I don't know how I missed it. Obviously, Hocus Pocus. That's like the #1 Halloween movie of all time, I feel. Like, come on. The best movie ever. Then the next one on my list was Double Double Toil and Trouble. That was with the Olsen twins, and that one I really loved. That's a cute one, you know, kid-friendly. And then a lot of Disney movies were really good. One I loved that also kind of like freaked me out was, what was it called? Don't Look Under the Bed. That one was a good kid-friendly one. Little Vampire, that one was good too. I loved Little Vampire. I'm not gonna lie, I had such a crush on the little like vampire kid. He was so cute. And then in 2003, Haunted Mansion came out. That one was just so good. I love that movie with Eddie Murphy, and that's like my favorite ride at Disney. It's just so great. Another one that's not really Halloween, but like got me in the Halloween mood was the Series of Unfortunate Events movie. I know a lot of people didn't really like that movie. I liked it. I didn't like how they like changed the movie so much, because like it was basically 3 movies all crammed into one, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really love that. But I still thought it was a really good movie, and again, I love Emily Browning, and she was Violet in that one. And I'm so excited for the Netflix series to like come out. They said it was gonna come out in August, but that obviously didn't happen, and I think it got pushed back to like December or maybe January even, which I'm so sad about because I have been waiting for that. I love Series of Unfortunate Events. That was like my childhood, really. Like, a lot of people loved Harry Potter. I was so not into Harry Potter at all. I don't think I've ever seen any of the movies all the way through. I never read the books, not really for any reason. I just didn't really feel that into it. And then some more Disney movies. 1998 was Halloween Town. Loved Halloween Town. That was another like really one of my absolute favorites. Let's see, I wonder where I want to do these little eyelash stickers. I kind of made them a little bit big, but they can kind of like go across the page. That looks kind of cute, I guess, maybe. So I loved Halloween Town. Then they had the sequel in 2001. That one was okay. It definitely wasn't my favorite. The original was my favorite. Then they did like Halloween Town High, I think. Is that what it's called? Halloween Town High? Probably like 2004, 2005 maybe. Didn't really care for it. And then they did Return to Halloween Town in like 2007 or something. And they completely like recasted the main girl, even though she was like available for, you know, to like do the movie, and they just recasted her. Like, what the hell? Why would you do that? You have like, you're creating like the 4th movie in a series and you just recast the main character. That blew my mind, and I didn't like that movie at all. That was, why was that even a thing? So I'm kind of like to the end of my stickers, so I've got just a couple more. I'll kind of go through those really quickly. Another not really like Halloween movie, but Lizzie Borden Took an Axe. That's a Netflix movie that came out in 2014 with Christina Ricci, like my favorite actress ever. That movie, it was so good. It's obviously based on, like, loosely based on the real story of Lizzie Borden. If you don't know who she is, definitely like look her up on Wikipedia. It's really gory and creepy, and yeah, but so they did that movie based on her, and then they did a TV series, which I'm so sad they only did 1 season of, and then they like canceled it, but it's called The Lizzie Borden Chronicles. That was really good. I loved that. That one is obviously a lot more fictional, obviously. It is super like kind of gory and stuff, and obviously not kid friendly, but yeah. And then my final movie, again, not really a Halloween movie, but another one that's kind of like scary. It wasn't even that scary, but again, another Emily Browning movie that I loved, and it came out in 2009. It was called The Uninvited. I think it was based off a Japanese story. I think it was a remake of either like a Japanese movie or like a Japanese story or something, but that one was another one of those like kind of scary. It's a little more suspenseful and thriller rather than like true like horror movie. But that one I loved. Oh, and then one I forgot. Okay, this one was like with the Tim Burton ones, and it's Edward Scissorhands. That one I almost feels more of like a Christmas movie, to be honest, but I still love it for Halloween. It's just, I love it. Yeah, so I'm gonna fill in all the stuff that I know, and I will show you guys the final product. So this is with it filled in as much as I know at the moment. I really, really like how this one turned out. I say that like almost every time. I kind of like the idea of these like date covers at the top. They're kind of cute. It's just something like a little bit different rather than just having the regular printed, which I don't mind this. I actually kind of like this as well, but it just seemed like a little bit fun to do this. I did like a lot more of like decorative stickers and stuff as well, I guess, kind of just because I had a little bit more space left over for this one. So that is it for this video. Like I said, even though like I'm a little early on like the Halloween movies and everything like that. I love Halloween so much. Why can't Halloween be like 2 months long? I swear. But yeah, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.